What's good, beloved collective? So I felt the nudge to bring a message tonight, and I was kind of given it's not even kind of. I was given the method of how to bring it forth, so here we are. So and I pulled 3 animal cards and then 2 Rumi Oracle, because Rumi is just epic. And I'm not sure how much I'm going to share in terms of from the guidebook, but I'm just going to get started and just see where spirit leads. So I am manifesting that this reaches exactly who it's meant to reach. So if you're here for a reason. And may the revelation flow, and also just bear in mind, remember that the messages here will always be confirmed or be a confirmation. They will always be confirmed by at least 2 more sources, or it may be a part of a confirmation of something, of a message that's come 3 or more times. So that's something worth remembering as you but always, I don't know, I feel like the majority of us, our intuition will light up. We'll know when a part is for us, and you can ask for that as well as begin expecting it, and just choose to be like, okay, my intuition will notify me when it's for me, and then watch as it happens. Okay, let's get into this. So the very first card I pulled was the High Priestess, and it has intuition and sacred knowledge. Then the next card I pulled was 7 of Shells, and it has the words choice, ambitions, and the symbol for the upside down triangle is the symbol for water, which is representative of feelings and expression. Okay, which that would make sense, the water, because it's a lobster, I believe, in the image. And then the last card I pulled was the moon, which has imagination and perception. And when I was first being nudged to come on, I was being reminded to share about how we really have the opportunity, and in fact we must, we all need to learn this so that we can activate it in our lives. It's been kept from us, intentionally. And so this is just important information for everybody to know, that we have the capacity and the power within us to steer the ship of the vessel that we live in. And not only do we steer the ship, but we get to build the life too. Speak things into being. And it's not just for funsies. It's the point of it is to first figure out who you are. What's your divine identity? What's your divine purpose? Hint usually points to something that really fuels your fire. It's something that probably you have such a uniqueness about how you do it, it's something only you could do, if that makes sense. The way that you do it. Maybe a lot of people do it, but it's only you do it the way that you do it. That, that kind of thing. And another indicator might be something where it's something you would never grow tired of. And who knows, maybe you would, and then you change paths and have a different chapter, and that's totally possible too. But anyway, this is all important knowledge, and how to get there to the point where you can actually do this effectively requires healing. It requires focus. It requires commitment to yourself, commitment to the path, to your divine timeline. And like I said, healing, full circle back, it requires healing, because in order to send out a strong signal, like ET phone home, like, speaking to the spirit, speaking to the creator, our faith is the signal. Our belief in this whole vibe, in this whole thing, in this whole like understanding. And by the way, you don't have to be completely sold on it. You don't have to understand it all. You don't have to be like, you can just choose to want to believe it. That's it. Like, be like, listen, I legit want to believe this, and please help me believe more. Please help me get to a place where I really believe it. Because when we're starting out, sometimes it's such a foreign concept. It's like, yeah, I'd love it if that were the case, but I can't, at this moment in time, I can't totally buy into that because it's so foreign from my level of current operation and so far off from how I think things go. So you can just tiptoe into it, and just keep following the breadcrumbs as they lead you to the next thing. But, say out loud in your atmosphere, like, yeah, I want to follow my divine timeline. Show me what's next. Say that out. We're able to activate the like program through our voice, through your voice. So yeah, healing is necessary because you want to be emitting a strong signal that's consistent, that's at the highest level of faith, trust, believe, and not just highest level, but what I mean is in tune and consistent. When you're on the cell phone with somebody and like they're driving through a dead spot and it's like now you can't hear them at all, and it's like you're still technically on the line, but there's no communication happening. So that's one of the reasons why you want to put freaking gates up on your life so that you can be emitting the high frequency strong signal, because your signal that you're sending, okay, how do I say this? It's not always about like that you have to always be sowing in belief and that you always have to be like staying in trust, but it's more kind of like the opposite of what you're wanting to avoid. Like you don't want to get yanked down into those frequencies that pull you down, because then it's like, oh, now you got to take the climb back up. And those frequencies are typically anger, pride, despair, which is like, that means it's not just sadness, but despair is like hopelessness. That despair is like, no hope for the future. Like that's what you don't want to be there. And then also, just so you know, alcohol, everything has a frequency. Like everything is vibrating at a frequency, and alcohol has a low vibe. And so you could have built your vibe up and just know it's kind of like any kind of currency, where it's like, just know that if you're cashing in, if you're gonna choose to put alcohol in your vessel. This might also depend on the type of alcohol, by the way. I was just getting that. There's definitely some are better than others. Some actually have health benefits while others do not. It's kind of like real cacao chocolate versus just like the sugar shit that they call chocolate. And it's like, this is not chocolate at all, actually. This is just sugar, milk. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not chocolate. They've infiltrated us with so many counterfeits. We don't realize that they're all counterfeit poison. Like, think about the food. So there's like real grapes, which, by the way, are probably not real anymore. So much of our food is like bioengineered and changed. But even still, let's pretend we're talking about organic, real, pure grapes that came from a real organic vine, And then think about grape popsicles. It's like there is nothing grape about that grape popsicle. It has nothing to do with the grapes that grow on that tree out there. Or, well, it's like a bush, vine. Come on, I know this. Vineyards, grapes, grapevine, right? Is that what it's called? Okay. So it's like, how many things can you think of in culture right now where it's like, we've called it that, but it is not that at all. It has nothing to do with that. And this is like the opposite, is words that so it's like, I was just thinking about this, like something where I'm like, wow, I want to say it's like fascinating. We've somehow got the word in there, incredible. Like, does that mean like, is that supposed to, I don't know, incredible, is that, I'm like, is that a positive or is that a negative? Or is that how we're going around like accidentally word cursing ourselves constantly by using verbiage that doesn't make sense? You know what I'm saying? There's another one that's a good example. I can't think of it right now, but anyway, let's dive into this. So this whole memo about the subconscious mind and how important it is to clear out your subconscious mind, because it's the root system that's causing it's the root system that's actually bearing fruit in your life. It's like the seeds that were planted from who knows how many timelines, who knows what lineage, like how far up the lineage is what I mean. And plus the experiences that you've had here and now in this timeline. So you're packing all of these memories, all these experiences, even from your parents. Science shows that memories pass through DNA. So the point is, you're packing that with you, and you have to clear it out in order to be able to grow new things in the 3D. So it's like, think about it. The seeds that are in your subconscious are what is going to start producing the picture around you. And if you don't proactively tend to your garden, the garden of your subconscious, through clearing it, energy work, subliminals, guided meditations, doing even down to things like healing your body, like your physical body, moving away from anything that's poisoning you, and your atmosphere. And you can just ask the spirit to lead you. You can ask the spirit to lead you, and it will. So let's see what this says. The moon owl. The moon, this owl. Owl's time is the night when subconscious powers are at their peak. By the light of owl and her mysterious moon comes a flood of insight. A silent observer of intuitive knowledge, owl pierces through illusions, bringing the hidden to light. The imagination is a powerful tool. It can be used creatively, or it can be used to strike terror within. Emotions will also shape the perception of any situation. So this is, once again, even more reminders as to why healing the subconscious is so important, because it's housing feelings, memories, a whole subconscious program is running under there that's impacting your emotions, your ability to connect, your ability to feel safe, even influencing every circumstance that you're having now with the filter of what happened before. And so, in order to have a new experience, clearing out that root system of the old life or the old memories can be so beneficial. Owl is here to assist you in seeing your way clearly. Owl is here to assist you in seeing your way clearly. through fear and into the light of truth. Through the fear and into the light of truth. Even in the cloak of darkness, your path will be illuminated. Trust in your instincts. Pay attention to dreams and watch for signs that will guide you. Key words for you are intuition, dreams, emotions, imagination, perception, illumination, and emerging awareness. And then kind of like the good looking out version of this message is fluctuating emotions are blocking your vision. So when that's happening, it's not a time to take risks. Fluctuating emotions can block your vision. So then with patience, your pathway will clear. So if you're going through one of those seasons where you're just like, or seasons as in even just days or, weeks where it's like, man, I feel all over the place, hello to that super strong blue moon, full moon, super moon, my moon, the moon, like, holy crap, that was intense. But anyway, not a time to take big risks because those fluctuating emotions can be, can create kind of like pollution for your view. But anyway, when you know that you're through that, remember that no matter what's going on, your path will be illuminated, and you can trust in your instincts, pay attention to your dreams, and watch for signs that will guide you. I think I'm going to split this up into a couple messages, otherwise it's going to be super long. So stay tuned for part 2. Be blessed, be well, be free.